Hi, this is Paul Hitchcock. I'm here with the tax and financial doctor, Lynn Schmidt. Always great to have you. We're talking about something we're going to jump right in now because, quite frankly, I don't think a lot of people really understand this 100%, and it's health savings accounts. And so, Lynn, what's going on with these HSA accounts?
Well, you know, we see them, basically the only time people talk about them is at tax time and when they have their open enrollment period at work. So it's interesting that it accomplishes two things. A health savings account is the savings portion that's usually coupled with a high deductible type of health insurance.
Okay.
Now, it's not enough for folks just to say, well, I have a really high deductible on my health insurance. It has to be qualified to be coupled with a health savings account. And the employer is certainly going to know that. Unfortunately, you know, folks just assume because they have a high deductible plan that it automatically qualifies for a health savings account, and that's not necessarily the fact.
Huh.
However, for folks who do have a qualified plan and have health savings accounts, they don't always realize that they're missing out on an opportunity for additional tax savings.
Are health savings accounts, those are not automatically offered by every employer or the government? You may have it or you may not.
That is correct. Not every employer offers them, and some may offer them, or a selection. There's several employers that will offer the traditional health insurance with, you know, your co-pays and things like that. Right. But others will also offer a health savings account option.
Okay, so how do you figure out if you should be doing a health savings account? I mean, how do you even know that? As opposed to wait until tax time, you know, what's the analysis to figure that out?
Well, it's a matter of really preference. If you can handle the high deductible and you have the cash flow to pay those larger expenses before the health insurance kicks in, then it's a great tax saving mechanism. We have a lot of clients who maximize their 401k contributions, and they'll say to us, is there anything else we can do to help save on taxes? Well, if your income is high enough and you're maxing out your 401k, you may not be able to do a deductible IRA in addition to your 401k contribution. However, if you have a health savings account option, it's a good way to put money into the health savings account. And again, when it's done through the employer, any contributions made to the health savings account reduce your current taxable wages.
So it goes in pre-tax.
Goes in pre-tax, instant tax savings. Now the question, the flip side of that is, well, now they need to pay the medical bills.
Right.
Well, my suggestion, and here's where the real nugget comes in. Don't use the money in the health savings account now to pay for current medical expenses.
Why? Because you can save it up and start creating a pool of money?
Absolutely, because it works the same way as your IRA account does.
Oh.
You can save up that money. The one thing you're probably always going to have until your final days are out-of-pocket medical expenses, because that's the one area of the economy that just keeps growing and growing and growing, is healthcare costs.
So, well, I was just going to say, so your comment is you're looking at this as a retirement vehicle, put money in it, and then 59 and a half or whenever, it's going to be another chunk of money for you.
Absolutely. The reality is there's no requirement on when the expense was incurred compared to when the expense gets reimbursed.
Oh, okay.
So we have clients just save, create a spreadsheet, create lists, whatever works for you, but accumulate those unreimbursed expenses. The idea being that once you're retired, your income has come down, then you use the money that's in that account to reimburse those expenses. I don't care if they were last year, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. Doesn't matter. There's no time limit on reimbursing yourself. And when you do reimburse medical expenses, it's tax-free income. And who doesn't like tax-free income?
We all do. We all do. So I guess, I mean, if I'm trying to figure out if this applies to me, I'm going to get with you and you're going to have a thoughtful discussion with me and look at kind of my stuff. Is that how it works?
That's exactly it, Paul. You know, we would like folks to connect with us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, other social media. So if they check out the link for the video and they get in contact with us, we'll be more than happy to share a paper that I actually wrote on health savings accounts, which outlines this in a little bit more detail and gives a little bit more information. Because after all, as an enrolled agent and a certified tax coach, I mean, I not only want to help taxpayers pay the lowest legal tax possible, but I also want to help them better understand their personal tax situation.
Right. No, it makes sense. And you and I were talking about that paper you wrote, and fascinating stuff. And so anybody that's listening, great opportunity to get with Lynn, get that white paper. It's great, short, to the point. Lynn, always great information. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks, Paul. Have a great day.
Okay, see you next time.